Chief. Let's run it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone Podcast, where we discuss all things crypto market. That includes majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and, of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to discuss a huge day for Coinbase, some positive news coming out of global trade, and what buttons we're clicking this week. GM, Clemente, I see you got a nice little shake there. You're working on it. You got a little Fiber One in there, getting ready to post some pictures of your human excrement on the timeline.
Dude, I just freaking stained my shirt.
Oh, no.
I mean, that's a tough one for the kid. Yeah, I mean, this morning, for people that don't know, there's a company that partnered with Kaido to reward people over $700,000 of their token for posting pictures of your human shit. So that's the state of the market. That's the state of the market. And of course, it's in their token. I don't know how they can just be like, yeah, our token's going to be like at this price. So of course it's going to be like, we can give this out. Dude,
I've been holding in a real stinker.
All right.
Would you rather take a picture of your own shit, share it on the timeline, or share your palm with Humanity Protocol?
Palm 100%.
Yeah,
I'm willing to give out your data.
25 minutes. Just waiting here.
And what we're also going to do today, ladies and gentlemen, is short a token live. We're going to teach you how to short a token. I'm currently on Hyperliquid. I've never used it before, so I've never shorted a token before. So can I use leverage if I'm shorting too?
Oh, yeah, brother.
Oh, yeah, dude. This is going to get real juicy. Baby. Yeah, I'm excited. It's raining today, so all right. I'm freaking fired up, dude. Happy Friday, guys. What do we have? Bitcoin at 107.
Clemente just dying over here. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. I'm pretty excited. I didn't really see too many details about the poop posting, but I did see some people talking about it on the timeline. I think the mute and block button are going to be very active, and it's almost going to out people who are the mercenary farmers at this point.
It's pretty clear who the mercenary farmers are at this point. Twitter is like borderline unusable nowadays as far as like the notifications go. I just mute my posts because so many of them are just straight vaporware, like AI replies. There's like a good amount of people that do. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a good amount of people that I know that use AI slops. So very interesting. Very interesting.
I'm just warming up over here.
Yeah, I think that's true. Clemente, I saw Serp commented about the Ethos extension on your page.
And I can customize what I want to I can customize what score I want filtered.
Yeah, so
nice.
I have it. I can kind of like show what it looks like real quick. I just gonna pull up my my main Twitter here. Like I can go to one of your posts, but the thing is, like, you still get the notifications. Is like the thing. So like while you'll still get the notifications, you'll like you can. So like say I went to like your post and I said like Ethos, and I said hide scores lower than like 1240. It should theoretically now. For some reason, it's not working. Yep, we're going to.
Yo, shout out to Ethos dominating.
Not even worry about this right now. There's score labels. Okay, yeah. So see how it's hiding posts. So essentially, you only see posts from people who have like an Ethos score over X percentage, and you can see like people's scores live on the timeline.
Got it.
So like it wouldn't fix your problem of like slot, but like you could go to one of your posts theoretically if you like set like a certain threshold and like look through it and see like, oh, who should I reply to? Like you can look at like one of Nick's and you'll see like
I see.
You can see how much is getting filtered out. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. So it kind of gives you more signal if you're looking at like who you want to reply to on your post to go like more viral.
Very interesting. All right. Let's go. Should we do this weather report?
Yeah, let's kick it off. Let's hit it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, happy Friday. We got it's Friday, June 27th. Let's talk about it. Looking over at the crypto roundup, the majors have dipped on the day. We got Bitcoin under 107, Ethereum just over 2,400, Solana at 142, and Hype just under $37. Come on, Hype, baby. Over the past 24 hours, Coinbase's coin stock closed at a new all-time high and is now trading over $375. Good God. Clean 10x from the bottom. Love to see it. This move comes on the back of their Perps style futures product getting an official release of July 21st. Let's go. If you bought this stock at the bottom, you outperformed Ethereum for sure. You probably outperformed Bitcoin. You definitely outperformed Bitcoin. Probably not Solana.
Alt season.
All season, folks. Who knew all season was just going to be crypto stocks, huh? Next up, a judge denied a request from Ripple and the SEC requested to end the XRP, and the SEC requests to end the XRP case early. Damn. So this judge is like, no, we're not going to end this case. We're going to keep investigating Ripple. This is the second time Judge Torres has denied a motion to end this case. He's like, yo, XRP, I got a short open on your ass. No way I'm closing this case.
Annalisa Torres. She.
Oh, Judge Torres. Yeah, you know, she's like, hey, I'm not closing the case, fool. Finally, it was a good day for global trade as Donald Trump announced that the U.S. and China have signed a trade deal. The EU also announced that they are prepared to make a trade deal with the U.S. Dare I say, it's deal season, the art of the deal. Also, this comes with, I believe, tariffs. The deadline for the postponement or whatever ends in, 12 days? That's all in the studio. Back to you.
Excellent weather report as always, Clemente. Explain why Benny Flocko in the comments. Explain why she would sound like that.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh man. Yeah, lots to unpack here. Bullish news on the trade deal. As I get signed out of Google, of course. We're seeing stocks like the S&P, I think, hit a new all-time high yesterday. We're seeing equities like push up. Fear and greed for equities is at like 60 something. It's well into the greed territory, but we're seeing crypto lag behind a bit. Crypto is kind of neutral right now. I mean, we've been hovering in this like 106, 107 area for a couple days now, while equities continue to rip up again pre-market, up basically 1/3% across the board. Easy. What do you make of equities leading crypto right now? And do you think crypto is going to have a bit of a bounce here?
Yeah, I do think, I mean, in general, crypto does look decent. Like, that's the thing is like, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, yeah, this feels like some decent entries across the board. I look at it, and me and Nick yesterday were taking a look at the DXY Bitcoin chart, and that looks really good. It looks like we're like underpacing the dollar. And for me, I'm like, okay, that means we should probably catch up. Hopefully. We'll see.
Well, I hope anything you chart versus the DXY looks good, would be my hope.
Because the dollar decline.
You're just posting against a chart that's been down only since the beginning of the year.
Yeah, as you should. You need to paint every narrative that's just bullish for your bags.
Yo, the Solana DXY is looking great right now.
It's actually not.
No?
The Sol DXY looks bad. ETH DXY looks bad. BTC DXY looks good.
Interesting.
Yeah. So your assessment there, Ray, was completely wrong.
All right, somebody pull up the Sol.
Ray, basically, you're a fucking idiot.
The Sol DXY doesn't look good. Looking at just the DXY, I can't imagine Sol DXY looks bad.
Pull it up.
Doesn't look great, Ray.
I have the trading capabilities to do it.
You just type it in.
Yeah, you literally just search it.
Hey, by the way, Ray, my second puts are actually going to work out pretty well. They're going to expire today, and I'm going to make money. But next time that you call Clemente to make a video dancing on my bags,
I will just hold all of my 200K video ideas to myself then. In our creator group, our group of creators, I will just keep these to myself and I will not spread the love.
No, spread that love, right? Spread that love, buddy.
It's looking good. Pre-market 222, that puts at 200. You'll probably break even at worst, right? When you factor in everything.
Yeah.
I'm glad for you. I didn't want to hurt your bags.
I don't know, man. Felt like you did. Felt kind of personal.
It seems like it's been a pretty slow news day, Nick. Is there anything that you've had your eye on lately in the crypto market?
Yeah, sure, Ray. I'll do your job for you. Couple of things happened in the past 24 hours there, Ray, that you probably didn't notice because you weren't doing your job. The first thing that we saw was the situation with XRP, right? I'm not a big fan of XRP, never been a big fan of XRP, so it really doesn't matter all that much. But
what happened with XRP? I don't even know.
If you had been paying attention to the news, had you been doing your job yesterday, what you would have noticed is that a judge rejected the SEC and Ripple's settlement.
Really? No way.
Yeah, which meant that apparently, in theory, Coinbase and other platforms would have to stop allowing the selling of XRP.
Whoa. The buying and selling?
I believe so.
I mean, I just looked at Judge Torres does not look like she's playing. Ray, I have a question. As a glasses wearer, what's the point of wearing glasses if you don't use them? Are these her reading glasses? So you have
yes, those are reading glasses.
Got it. So you tilt them down a little bit so you can see down, but then when you're looking up, you just
exactly.
Got it.
There you go.
I apologize.
Clemente just learned that.
I apologize for my Mexican accent. I did, by the way. It turns out she's from New York.
I approved some stuff this morning, but it didn't go through.
What was the accent again from a native New Yorker?
I'm dismissing this case, fool. Hey, XRP's unregistered security, man. So stupid.
Nick, is that native New Yorkers? Is that how this sounds?
Now that we've covered XRP twice,
I didn't even find that.
Now that we've covered XRP twice on the show so far this morning, Clemente, what were you looking to short today? And give us your thesis.
Oh, we're shorting XRP, fool.
Hey, I'm shorting.
You murdered my. Hey, SA, you murdered my bags. Hey, vato.
Hey, puta. We're shorting XRP.
Okay, I didn't say that. Okay, I didn't say that.
What?
It's not the right way to say.
Look,
I grew up amongst Latin American, as we call it, Latinx gangs, like Yo Lil Locos, Vatos Locos,
Doritos Locos Tacos.
Okay, that wasn't. These are actual real gangs. They used to get jumped into the gang in front of the school.
In your school?
Yeah, I'm not even kidding.
Did you ever get jumped in?
No, but I was threatened for money. I didn't realize it was a threat though, but my friends came and told me. They were like, yo, her name was Racist. Or Racist. And
her name was Racist?
Her name was Racist. And she came up and was like, yo, you got my money. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I didn't know that she was in this gang. And I didn't know she was in Lil Locos. And she basically, my friends came in, they were like, yo, did Racist come and ask you for money? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, well, they said they're going to jump us tomorrow if we don't bring the money. And I was like, for real? I was like, she didn't say that to me. I was like, that she didn't tell me that. I was like, I don't know that that's the case. So they went and had their parents give them money, and they gave money to racists. And I did not give money, did not get jumped that time. I did receive threats from other people, though. People saying, I'm going to rip those braces off your face or your teeth. I definitely violent threats, got into fights with some of those people. But I learned how to defend myself. And so you wonder how, I pushed the limit of smack talk. I learned that from the streets, baby. I if it goes to blows, your boy's ready to, maybe back himself up real quick. Or run away. So yeah, anyways. I don't know how we got off on that subject, and I can't believe that Clemente would have driven us down that path. The other major story
and a terrible accent got us down that path.
There was another major story that came in. There were a couple of them, and I don't know why they're not. Yesterday you had the Krak Launch finally.
Yep. Yeah, we talked about that on the show yesterday. I think it launched live during the show.
Okay. So we won't discuss it again.
I would like your take on it. Do you think we're going to see more of this? It's basically trying to displace like Cash App and Venmo and stuff, right?
I think it's very interesting. I don't love the name Krak, but maybe I'll get over it. The fact that you can do international payments is very cool. One of the things that you're missing in this entire flow at this moment in time is how you get it to a place that's outside of, like in the case of outside of Venmo, can you just deposit straight to banks?
You're talking about via Krak or via Venmo?
Via Krak. Venmo, I obviously know that you can withdraw money.
I'd imagine you can offboard right to bank from this. Like that would make sense, but I don't know for sure.
Well, then your opinion is invalid.
That's fair. I mean,
you can't just make up facts, right?
I wasn't making up a fact. I was guessing. I said I imagine you'd be able to on a Cash App like this. Like I feel like that's.
Well,
I can do a little bit more research into it.
Yeah, I can imagine that everything in the app is magically going to fix itself, but it doesn't work like that. By the way, if you haven't signed up, we still do have a discount at this moment, so make sure to sign up. You can use raise code r.chooserich.live. Check it out. The price will be going up at some point. I haven't decided when.
Early. Get the discount.
Get the discount. What are you doing? I'm going to be rolling out new features. But, the past couple of days just been focused on evolving the algorithm. It turns out that my initial algorithm was actually pretty good. I bought a literal book on neuro-linguistic programming and various machine learning models to develop more efficient clustering systems. And I've been reading about that. And it turns out that I intuitively developed a credible system. Back to the news story. In addition to XRP, we got the trade deal going on. Did you guys discuss that?
We talked about in the weather report. We didn't discuss it in length, but we talked about China. Trump announcing that China signed a deal yesterday, and that the EU is getting ready to sign a deal here imminently, potentially.
I mean, talk about our negotiator in chief. Clemente, you're not allowed to leave. What are you doing?
He's changing locations. He took a quick flight.
Why? Is there a trade that needs to go down?
He's going to do a live trade on the show, I believe. I'm looking at Krak. I mean, you can connect your bank account for deposits. I'm not seeing any mention about withdrawals here.
Yes.
So I'm not sure. I mean, I have to like I don't know, I get. All right, here we go. Withdrawals 2 business days depending on your bank. Yeah, you can withdraw to bank.
Wow, very interesting.
Yep.
But they were promoting that it's not KYC, right?
I'd have to imagine it's KYC, but I'm not positive. Again, it just feels like that would be something that would.
If you withdraw, probably.
Yeah.
Geographic restrictions apply.
Yep. Yeah, I mean that's interesting. I think you're gonna see. I think this onboards normies. I think being able to use a payment app to replace like current rails while earning yield on the money makes sense.
Let's discuss this term onboarding normies real quick. That is supposed to imply that normies are going to use crypto natively, which I don't think this does. Like in the sense that like more specifically, it means that they're going to buy my bags.
That's not what I'm talking about.
What's that?
I'm not talking about normies buying my bags.
But that's what, when people say onboarding normies, that's what they're referring to.
That might be what like grifters are hoping for.
Grifters?
Yeah. Grifters.
Did you just insult all of crypto Twitter?
I might have. This isn't going to have people coming in to buy your bags, but it's going to get people exposure to crypto and what happens, like what you can do with yield in crypto. Like you're going to be earning yields on this app that are higher than CDs, and you're going to have liquid cash. And I think that's going to like open a lot of eyes about like what crypto can do, and then maybe potentially lead people to say, okay, this is interesting. Maybe I'll go a step further. I think this is a good entry point. And I've always thought this is having something that they can use for money transfer. Like we talk about stable coins, money transfers being like the killer product, and then be able to earn yield on that. Like that's like the simplest, easiest way to have people start interacting with crypto.
Okay. Fair enough. I think that, well, it doesn't matter what my biggest takeaway at this moment in time, and Easy and I were discussing this yesterday. We were also discussing, is altcoin season going to happen? Me and Clemente made that basically world-class video that if you're on the internet, period, you probably saw it yesterday.
It was a classic.
I actually didn't watch that. I think I pulled it up this morning. This is the first time I saw it, but I didn't get to watch it. We pulled it up on the show to look at the comments.
Well, I just literally lost my train of thought. ADHD, baby.
You're talking about altcoin season.
Oh, yeah.
It's right around the corner.
Is it, though? Do we think that's actually going to happen?
Altcoin season is equities right now.
That's what we were saying.
Yeah.
So,
Coinbase, Robinhood, Circle.
Is it going to happen, you know?
I think I talked about this yesterday or the day before on the show, where altcoin season probably happens, but it's not like your bags. It's not what you're holding. It's not ETH doing multiples, Sol doing multiples, anything in the top 25 right now doing multiples. It's new protocols launching that do different things in crypto where you can get on the ground early. I think that's where you're going to see like the crazy altcoin multiples. You're not going to see the current bags that are already like top 10, top 25 in market cap do a crazy jump, is my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I also just want to real quick shout out to the person that just I'm not going to name your email address. We're all about privacy here. But shout out to the person that just signed up with Ray's link. Ray is getting
what credit card did they pay with? Can we read that out?
Yeah. So it was 957-842.
We also shared the new trending tweets today in the newsletter. The feature that Nick has added, which is very useful. I like it. You can see trending tweets live, some of the top ones on the app as they go kind of viral or as they gain a little bit of steam. Seeing some of the bigger tweets of the day talking about price action or news right on the app. So get the news, get the direct tweets, everything under the sun. Nick's been killing it.
This may get aggregated into a single feed as I'm thinking about it this morning. We go big and then you whittle it down. You know what I'm saying? But Yeah.
I personally like the trending feed.
Yes,
like
most
Twitter.
people I think would actually prefer that one. You're also getting the raw version of the trending feed, so you're seeing everything.
Yes.
I've been wondering about like whether or not to make that visible to other people, like the raw version, like, or whether or not you want the curated, filtered version, which is what we're giving them right now.
Yeah, I think we play with it a bit. I think there's a lot of
Let's play with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of duplicates and stuff on the raw version where you might just like get a little bit of noise. Like
Duplicates?
not duplicate tweets, but tweets talking about the same
Duplicate
thing.
stories.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like you might run into like 3 or 4 tweets that are talking about the same story, just worded differently.
Yeah. Well, this whole thing evolves over time into curated tweets and other things. And then you start getting market data, meme coin data, trading data, and getting alerts as to the latest breakout token so that you can get in early.
I'm pretty excited for this. We were setting up Clemente because I'm very interested to hear his take here. So we're switching gears a little bit. Clemente this morning said he wants to short a major token over 1.5 billion market cap. He wants to short this token because he thinks it's pretty much worthless at this point. So there's some alpha to be had here if you're a Clemente truther or if you're somebody who says fade Clemente at all costs. Either way, there's alpha coming up. Clemente, what's
I was trying to do it. I was trying to change locations, but it wouldn't load after that. I want to short virtuals. Virtuals at $1.40 right now, $1.4 billion FDV. They haven't had a successful launch. Basically, when was the last time they had one? All the tokens in that ecosystem are down. It's a Ponzi that's actively dying. And when if launch coin is at 90 million, this feels like it should be lower than 500 million. So it should be going down like 65%. Is my stance. I want to short this thing. Why? So yeah, that's my official stance, right? Short virtuals. And I feel pretty good about it. But I've never shorted something before.
Clemente beginning to use leverage is interesting. I'm going to pull up a couple charts here from some of the bigger launches. Axelrod, AXR.
Let me know when you open it because I'm going to long virtuals.
14.7 million, down 50% from highs. Iris was the big launch on Ethereum. Their Ethereum mainnet launch. This one on the daily is down only 33 million closed day one, down to 5 million. So down 84% there.
Oh.
Virgin, the meme coin of virtuals. This one was pretty hype. 32 million down to 4 million there.
How is this still at 1.5 billion FDV? I'm shocked. The unlocked supply, I believe, is like 950 market cap, 950 million. Everything is down.
Yeah,
Everything.
I mean, I think that they have probably a decent amount like locked up. Like people have been staking this to get these launches. There's probably a decent amount locked up. Circulating is low. They're trying to introduce as many of these Ponzi's as possible. But right now, like it's very hard to
They got locked up.
see anything exciting coming out of this. So yeah, like I mean, I think I'm agreeing with you here, Clemente. Like I basically exited my entire virtuals bag. I think I talked about this a week ago or maybe a week and a half ago. Actually even longer than that because I just got out of jail for like 10 days for selling everything. So I'm out of it. It probably runs down when it hits a bottom again. Maybe it's time to accumulate for their next like level of Ponzi, but it looks like, you know, each run up is going to be smaller than the last unless something crazy comes out of the ecosystem. But yeah, right now, I don't think it's a great time to be getting into virtuals. It's a good time to be getting out.
Very good. So how do I short? Easy. You want to do me a favor and short this bad boy? Ray, you guys want to short this for me?
I mean, like you should probably learn how to short it yourself.
I can't. I don't have I tried switching my VPN. I couldn't do it.
We'll walk you through it after the show.
All right, fine.
Wait, Clemente. Well,
so you guys have a chance to front run me here. I'm giving you literally the best alpha probably of the week. Short virtuals. This might be my what do the traders say? This is my kingmaker trade. Yeah.
Nick, what should Sir Heavybags do here? He said he's been waiting for a test flight password. You should just go to chooserich.live, right?
Go to the support.
Yeah.
Oh,
having issues.
I sent him a message this morning and fixed it.
Okay. Well, check your.
So
check
maybe
your
he can check his inbox and maybe. Yeah, I mean, what's going on, dude?
Last story I want to cover today. It was, like I said, it was very light in news over the last 24 hours. Yuga made some announcements. We saw two things come out of Yuga. One, the ApeCoin vote that was proposed to end their DAO passed with 99.66% people in favor of this vote, which is pretty wild. So ApeCoin DAO is going to dissolve essentially, and then a pretty exciting Otherside update. That actually had me pretty excited to see what's coming up. The biggest thing that I saw that was like super interesting was their natural language building tools using AI and Unreal Engine. Like really, really cool. Essentially, I'm gonna find the exact video here, but you can use their designer to like as a creator tool, and you can like basically type in like how you want to design like your different like worlds in here. So using LLM instead of needing to code in Unreal Engine to essentially like adjust like what you're looking at, which I think is a really powerful unlock for people looking to build on top of the other side. So I think this is pretty cool. They're going with like the path of like open world, sort of like Minecraft-esque, having users build and create experiences. But this one caught my eye, this video out of NFT NYC, leveraging AI to empower creators essentially. So my first thought process was to go check out Otherdeed and see what's going on with Otherdeeds. Like, do you think Otherdeeds could potentially be a play at some point here if they start shipping?
I mean, it's hard, right?
I'm down bad, Ray. I'm down bad.
Are you still holding Otherdeed?
I am.
So these are at a 0.168 floor right now. This is the Otherdeed expanded. Basically, got the 100K collections broken into two. These are the ones where the quotas have essentially been offboarded. 55K collection here, 0.167. I mean, these have been down pretty bad. But like the question is, have they found a bottom, and like, does Yuga eventually deliver on kind of the other side? I really thought about buying one this morning, or even a couple.
Really?
After seeing those videos.
I mean, the videos look great.
Yeah, I mean, like
I think gameplay is a key thing. The world building, their world building technology is very good. I mean, we were running around in it when we did a Spaces in Otherside, and so I think the world is very good. The real question is like, how does the gameplay actually operate? Effectively, you're trying to get to a place where you have gameplay as good as Fortnite. That's essentially, I'm assuming, what you would be looking for. What an impossible task that they're up against. You know, it's such a challenging place to be. The world building side is incredible, but you're immediately going to be compared to traditional games, and that's just a very difficult thing. And you can't outsource that. I don't think, you could have $1 billion or whatever. It doesn't mean you can go acquire a gaming company. That's one option that you can do, but you can't like go get contractors to go and build a game like this. You have to really get some native game. And so far they've done a great job at the world building technology. I think that's in place, but man, I think this is.
Well, I think yes and no with like the outsource. I think they're trying to outsource it. I think they're creating these creator tools to outsource different experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So like this right here isn't by Yuga. This is by built by Command Line using the Otherside development kit. So this is they're doing an 8v8 deathmatch like mini game essentially in the other side called Bathroom Blitz. This is gonna be like a few week experience that's live. Like you played that shooter with us, didn't you, Nick? Where we set the record essentially. We're playing in there. Like that was developed by like the other side in the main other side, like ecosystem.
Nice to have like
This would be like something that another team has developed. Like they build out this world using the tech, and like they create these different experiences. So like while it's using,
oh yeah, we were shooting in it. Yeah, I do remember that. Man, it was tough.
Oh, there's like 100, there's like thousands of people there. So like it was hard. Like it was hard to see what was going on. This is 8v8. So like I could see a world where like the customization of this allows people to build cool experiences, cool like different shooters, but I think they're going to be building other things too. Like we were playing poker in there. Like there's it acts as like a hub for all these mini games, is like the other side proper. So I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen, because they can outsource
this world looks pretty cool. And doesn't Fortnite also have world builders though?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Yes. So does Roblox. Like there's a game on Roblox called Grow Your Garden or some shit that was like the most played simultaneous game of all time.
I mean,
oh yeah, I saw tokens being distributed during gameplay too. This is interesting. I saw this kind of like demonstration live.
did Roblox begin with all the UGC stuff though?
No.
And I think that's like the core thing. You need like the thing that's gonna, like, people weren't attracted by their ability to express their creativity. They were the entire platform of Roblox was the opportunity to make money. And in order to make money, you need users on the platform. So, for example, when Facebook opened their platform to developers, that was exciting because there were millions of people that were on the platform. So you need the thing which is like the ultimate hook at the beginning. Don't get me wrong, I think this looks super cool, and I'm like rooting for Yuga to really pull off an incredible feat. The level of development that they've been doing is insane. And they really decided to go after the most challenging thing that they could do. But how you get those initial users in there is the most important thing. And I think that's like, what's that game? What's that hook?
Yep. Could be making real crypto live. Like,
I mean, these worlds look super fucking cool. So like, visually appealing is definitely one portion of it. Having other people that are there is another component of it. So yeah.
Yeah, Daniel C has a good point here. Nifty Island did this already. Yeah, Nifty Island has had like kind of the builder kits. They have been working into AI. It is a tough market to crack, but I think that Yuga just has like the resources here to potentially pull this off at larger scale, would be my thought process.
I think someone may be knocking on my door once.
I'm excited because I'd love to see this succeed personally. Like I like this kind of style of world, and it being in Web3 could open up some really cool opportunities. That's why I saw these posts coming out of NFT at NYC, and it just got me a little fired up and like almost wanting to buy another deed here.
I would launch a token and then make an island thing, make a game, and then you can only get the supply by completing things. Boom, meme coin. And then you just make a little meme coin.
Yeah, get nice distribution. You have like limits on how much people can like earn per day or something to try to spread it out, so you can't have just like one person farming there. All kinds of cool stuff you can do here.
But then people would just sell it. So
yeah, I mean that's part of it. Anytime you get a meme coin, people like, a lot of the utility of a meme coin is the ability to sell it for money. So like, yes.
But no one would buy it. It would be the only thing. Anyways,
who knows? Maybe you need to pay meme coins to get into your world, and there's utility you have there. Like there's definitely some loops you can do inside of games with currency. That's about it for news. It's been a pretty light news day, to be honest. Anything else that's caught your guys' eye, or do you think we're ready to wrap things up?
Ready to wrap, baby.
Thank you
Wow,
all
what
for
a
listening.
show.
Thank you for your support as always, Nick. We love to have you here.
This
on the
was
show.
a fucking train wreck episode, man. My bad. You know, you can't always hit a home run. Today was a bad one.
Base hits, score runs too. MLB players strike out. NBA players miss jump shots.
I mean,
Clemente
dude,
is not even Hispanic.
what are you talking, dude? I literally dropped a banger and accent from Judge Torres.
I missed it. Can you do it again?
No.
Torres?
Watch us on podcasts. See us on Spotify, Apple. Watch us on YouTube.
Can I hear it?
Thank you for listening. Have a
Yeah, we
wonderful
haven't heard it.